Conan by Jason Aaron. Conan by Jason Aaron is a deluxe hardcover that collects the 2 trade paperbacks of the Conan run by Jason Aaron. After that, he was replaced by, I think it was Jim Zub, as the writer for Conan. So you can get his whole run collected in this deluxe edition hardback. It's a story that has a future timeline and a past timeline. You see Conan as sort of King Conan going up against some dark forces in the form of a witch and her children, and then you have Conan in the past as a young man going on sort of standard Conan-y adventures, let's say. You see how the actions of his past have influenced the future. Let's have a look at the book and talk more about it. Okay, so we've got the book written by Jason Aaron and the art by Mahmoud Asrar. First thing you notice when you get the cover off is this lovely map of Conan's world that is on the hardcover. Everyone likes a map. Well, most people do. I'm no different. It shows all the different areas, and when you go through this book as well, you'll find that each issue highlights a particular area of the world where the adventure is taking place. Just gives you that sense of adventuring and moving around the world. It also helps you get used to the different areas in Conan's world and different environments, because there's obviously a lot of different places. I mean, generally the whole sort of world is based around Europe and Asia, but you know, it's a fantasy land. Anyway, you've got this story where you have Conan looking back on his life. You see him as a young man, and then you see him as an old man as well. He eventually encounters this witch and her children where she tries to sacrifice him, but it's not time yet. And as you go through the story, you see that the actions of Conan's past influence his future. He meets a tribe in the jungle where he has to fight snake monsters. You see him as a sort of King Conan where he has to wind down, let's say. You also see him take on this group of prostitutes that he uses to do a heist with, a scheme with, and they're no slouches themselves. And this is all very gory and bloody and fun. It's a good adventure story. It's hard not to try and spoil the ending. I mean, Conan does die, but he doesn't die. He goes to sort of his hell and gets sent back by Crom, his god. But you know, it's a good time, let's say. It's a shame that Jason Aaron didn't stay on the book for longer. We might have got more adventures, and we might have then be able to get a nice big omnibus out of it. But ultimately, if you're looking for a Conan collection of all of Jason Aaron's stuff, then this is what you're going to get. There's no point holding on for an omnibus. And I would suspect Marvel will release a Jim Zub omnibus separately, because he seems to have had a fair old run on the book now. Certainly he's got enough to produce his own omnibus, and that would seem sensible, especially the rate they're knocking out Conan books at the moment. Okay, so that's the overview of the book. As I say, it's one of those ones where there are bits to like and bits to dislike. To be honest, the whole sort of the story about him getting killed, or the death part of it, is fine, but I think they dragged it out a little bit. And ultimately, he didn't really die, did he? He went to the other world, a bit like Thor keeps doing with Valhalla, and he got sent back by Crom. And you go, okay, yeah, that's standard comic book stuff. Your heroes are never going to really die. But it's a shame they couldn't say it was his final death, and that was that, and that sort of knocks him on the head. But never mind. It's a great book. It's a good run otherwise. Great art, great story, and the writing, you know, the sort of character pieces in it are fine. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about it, and please feel free to check out the website and Instagram for updates and news that you may not get via YouTube. Thanks for watching.